Hey there everyone, it's AJ and it is time for another video, and in today's video we are delving into AJ's sketchbook, which happens to be my Surface Pro. I want to get better at digital art and I'm struggling to get this glove on. I mean, there's only three come on. There we go. So we are going to be delving into the Surface Pro and the my sort of digital sketchbook. I've titled it Digital Sketchbook on here so that I can do that. Now the plan is to be doing some just like fan art for this month. So what I'm thinking of doing is looking at, I watched the latest Disney film the other day, which was Soul, and that was on Disney Plus, not sponsored, hashtag, throwing a hashtag there somewhere. And I thought that it was really entertaining, and not only that, but it served quite a nice sort of deep meaning. Now, the way this worked was there were different characters on there, and there were like these sort of little blobby soul-y type things, and I just thought it was really sort of an interesting sort of style and take. It was kind of, and some of the visuals on there as well was really good too. So I'm gonna do a bit of fan art on this one, and sort of do that and talk a little bit about the film, because I really did enjoy the film, and it kind of goes well into the sort of plans I had for January in 2019, because this is the first video of 2019. This is the first video of 2021, and I figured I'd do some fan art from 2020, because obviously we've not had enough as of yet of 2020 to 21, to do any sort of like fan art from that, although there are going to be lots of different things coming out, I am certain of it. So the way these little sort of character things work, I'll probably throw in a splash here just so that you can see it. And yeah, so the way this works, sort of the film kind of like has this idea that before you get like your soul, but so before like birth, where you get your soul, there are your sort of like soul has to learn of different sort of things and stuff, and there's a particular soul there that's struggling to do it. They're like soul number 22 out of millions and 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 millions. So it's like one of the original, and they just haven't wanted to. They just haven't really felt the want to do it, and the idea is that they had mentors and things like that from various different walks of life. So I'm just gonna do this sort of like in my sort of style, and really just keep it loose and do that, and then I might try and create one, maybe, I don't know, for myself, because one of the other characters ends up going into this sort of like little before world type thing, and doing that. So I'm going to just really focus on like some different emotions and things, because the idea is that they learn like different personalities and things like that to bring on to the other to the other world, so basically so that they know what sort of child or person they're going to be when they get there. And then it's really quite an interesting thing, and I definitely implore you go take a look at it and see what it is about. It's quite interesting, I'll try and speak. They're quite sort of interesting type things, and they yeah, it's just worth having a look. See there, I've got that sort of thing there, like so. Just kind of like a sort of perplexed look. This one's kind of like sort of, what are you doing, man? Sort of thing. Let's try this one. Let's do this one's going to be like sort of moving. I don't know, moving rapidly. Perhaps maybe they're having to go to something quite quickly. Give them a bit of an arm, like so. So as I say, I'm just having a bit of fun with this, really, just getting into the sort of nitty gritty of 2021. So let me know in the description what your plans are. Oh, I can't say these words today. The P's. I'm struggling with the P's. What your plans for 2021 are as well, so that I know, and it'd just be fun to talk about it. 2021 is going to be an interesting year. We're still going to be obviously dealing with the effects of 2020, and I think for me, I don't know, I've kind of viewed 2020 as a sort of precipice type year. Precipice isn't the right word. Where basically, I think we kind of just need to have a think about it, and I'm going to give this one a bit of sass, I think. Oh no, you didn't. This maybe something like this, because they don't really have sort of like, they've got these sort of arms. They're kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of almost chibi-ish. So just sort of like, oh no, you didn't type thing. There we go. that's quite cute. There we go. They'll come around like so. Yeah, so the way I'm looking at 2020 is it's given me a sort of opportunity to really focus on where I want my priorities to be, and I think it's taught me that I'm the only one that really would be looking after my own sort of well-being, and I know that I really want to sort of basically do art and things and be creative as more of a sort of full-timey type thing. So it's definitely going to be something that I am going to pursue for myself in the future, and just really get that idea behind making sure that I am looking after myself, basically. So to do that, I've set up platforms and things like that, and I'm going to do a sort of a more of a video dedicated to this. Maybe not post it as an art video, but do it as a like sort of in between the week sort of video, like I did with my vlog. But I'm actually going to be opening up commissions, and it's something that I've kind of been thinking of doing. I've kind of have sort of already set up the framework for commissions as well on my website, but I hadn't really promoted it that much, and so it's just a sort of thing to make sure that, so I'm just going to make sure that people are aware that I am available for commissions, and I've devised like prices and stuff that I hope will entice people to do it. I don't consider myself to be the best sort of artist, but I do think that I'm at a level where I could perhaps do the commission. I'm actually really liking these. What other emotions can I do? This is actually really good, because it's sort of like forcing me to not necessarily. Let's do a sort of one just after Christmas. It's sort of like focusing. I'm not really having to be that much focused on the detail. I could be a bit more sort of rounded with this. Yeah, this guy, this one's had a bit sort of too much Christmas pudding or something like that. So yeah, give them the puffy cheeks sort of thing. I'm going to probably pull one out. I actually really like this one. This one is kind of, I just love that sort of like look and feel, and I quite like the sort of sense of direction from it too. I might make it so that the face is pointing in a different direction. But yeah. Now, I know this is a bit different to the normal sort of sketchbooks, that style type things that you see. However, I figured it would be nice to sort of. I really want to get better at digital art. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a sort of Saturday Night Fever style one. Let's do this one. Night Fever. Sorry, I will. Yeah, so that's kind of like how it is there. I'm really liking these. I'm kind of just getting some nice sort of feelings and doing that. I mean, they're very messy, but yeah, so just sort of. Oh, what have I done there? How did that happen? So I've kind of gone into that sort of falling into that trap of doing the thing. Let's see if I can do one sort of maybe asleep, kind of an interesting angle one. Maybe this one's gone to sleep or something. Do that there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. I like that one. That one's quite interesting. So yeah, let's shrink this down. Apart from that one, so all right. Let's just make that go shrink down a bit. There we go. Select. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to bring this one forward a bit. Select. No, lasso. Alright, there we go. Now then, let's see what I can do with this one. Control C, Control V. Get rid of that. No. Delete. Yep. And then there I opacitize that. I do believe I just select. Actually, no, let's make it a wee bit bigger. So I've been also practicing my inking and like sort of really making that better. But I do think that I just need to go back here. Yep. So what I want to do is I want to get the sort of basis. Let me just make. Oh no, I'm going through the wrong thing. I'm trying to get used to these key bindings as well that I've created with my Surface Pro. Basically, I'm left-handed and everything seems to be geared towards sort of the right-handed people, and so I've had to kind of change a lot of the key bindings to sort of facilitate my left-handed awkwardness. And let's do that there like so. Yeah. And I'm also trying, I know you can set the sort of stabilization and things like that, but I kind of want to learn this initially, how to make it easier to do. So I don't want to be relying too much on the stabilization, as it were, for this. So if any of you have seen this film already, let me know what you think about it in the comments as well. And yeah, it will be really interesting to sort of like hear your thoughts on the film. It's kind of sleepy. It's actually very similar to 22, who is the sort of main character in like the actual character type thing in there. And let me just get rid of that and see what it looks like. Yeah, that does a lot too. I know I'm not the best when it comes to sort of thing. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to do this, but I just thought I would sort of give it a few. Let's just chalk it. There we go. Let's just. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Give it a bit of. Yeah. Oh no. That's what I keep forgetting to do is when I do. Let's make that bigger. And then there. I should make it even bigger. Let's just completely wash it there. So I've got that. And then I can come in, add a bit of shading. Not the greatest of things, but I'm kind of just really still getting used to the whole digital art type thing. Let's just see what I can do here. Don't forget to let me know what your thoughts are for 2020. I keep saying that. I'm going to keep doing that for a while, I think. For 2021, should I say. It's going to be an interesting decade, or at least a couple of years for sure. And hopefully we will get over everything that's happened in the last one. Let's just give it a bit of a darker tone. Like so. I've kind of gone a bit sort of darker, but that's more to my sort of style there, I think. Just because, I don't know, soul is dark. Let's do that. Actually, I really like that sort of accent-y tone. It kind of reminds me a bit of when Jazza does stuff with Copics, actually. It's quite interesting. But yeah, no, I'm actually really quite liking this. And then let's just come in here with it like that and blend that in. Oh, look at that. That is just lovely. And there. And I'm going to come in with a bit of sort of a reddy orangey type colour and give it a bit of a blush and a bit of a sort of glow here. Oh yeah, there we go. I think that just the right sort of thing. Come in here with a bit of a black there. And then what I'm going to do is on this one, I'm going to lock the transparent pixels. I'm going to do something that I have learned about. And just, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. Get rid of those harsh black lines. Like so. It just gives it a more rounded look. So I do believe that this is a Pixar film, if I recall, as well. So they always do that sort of really complete, almost render type thing as well. Let's get rid of the and do that. But yeah, no, I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out. Like that. I actually quite like that sort of swooshy type thing that I did at the start as well. Just kind of, let's get a bit of, there we go, a bit of light from that, a bit of light here. And maybe, there we go. It's a very sort of rough and ready type thing, but I'm actually quite happy with how that has turned out. Actually, I need to give these a bit more of the colour because they're the actual eyelids, aren't they? So yeah, and then I will. It's going to be the first time I zoom in, I think, actually, on this. Come in and just clean up those eyes like that, and do that. It just takes away that really harsh edge, doesn't it? And yeah, let's do that as well. So this is the brush that I'm using here is actually a chalk brush, and I got it from the KNKL show. If anybody knows who that is Keenan Lafferty and he does amazing art. However, he's not been posting on his YouTube channel for a while. He did start doing some. There we go. Look at that. That looks so cool. Go. That is. So it's kind of interesting. It's like I'm really enjoying this sort of render style on this, and hopefully get a bit of that there. Kind of just doesn't, it's not sort of like quite, it's still relatively messy, but it's not too sort of messy, if that makes sense. Let's get that. There we go. And then do that there. So there's a bit of almost a bit of a shadow, a hint of a shadow there as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm actually, as I say, really kind of happy. I keep looking at it and then I keep thinking to myself, I could have sworn I'd already done that bit. But yeah, let me know what you think in the... Oh, I keep doing that. That's another thing I keep doing. I keep accidentally hitting the P key, which is what I've set my undo to be. Yeah, but as I say, let me know what you think in the comments to this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification button to be notified as to when I post videos. I certainly enjoyed making this video, and what I will say is, until next time, I'll see you later.